Hey, what's up everybody? Scotty Tradition Scott coming back at you with another video. Gonna do a video on my 1966 Packers Danbury set, which you see here. It's got the 66 Packers team figures. Got the offense on the left, the defense on the right, with our coach Lombardi in the middle. So I'm gonna kind of just talk about each one of these figures, and then I'm gonna kind of go through a couple of the key cards for each one of these. So everyone you see here is actually NFL Hall of Famer. So if you look on the far left, we have Jim Taylor right there. And Jim Taylor was a running back for the Packers. Was a 6-time All-Pro, MVP of the league in 1962. Ran for 8,500 yards with 83 touchdowns. 4-time NFL champ, including 1 Super Bowl. So Jim Taylor was an absolute beast. So his rookie card for the Hall of Fame registry set is this card here. Get that to focus here. There we go. So I have this card in the grade of a 9. There are none graded higher. I believe this is about a pop of 25 or so. No 10s ever graded. Hall of Fame rookie card. And with that, because that's not actually Jim Taylor on the front, this is the real Jim Taylor. Topps had made an error and put a different guy on the front. This is a different player named Jim Taylor from the Chicago Cardinals. So a lot of us Packer collectors look to this 1961 Topps as the real card, even though that other one's used for his Hall of Fame registry. This one is pop of, I believe, 8 with none graded higher. Beautiful red background. Love these 61 Topps cards. So then number 2 on the list here we have Jerry Kramer, one of my favorite players of all time. 5-time champ, NFL champ, 2-time Super Bowl champ, 7-time All-Pro, and he actually is going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame later this year. I think it's in the next couple months actually when the Hall of Fame ceremony is. So Jerry Kramer finally gets in after a long time. But he's well deserving. I mean, he's a 7-time All-Pro, and the big knock on Kramer was that so many of these guys are in the Hall of Fame already that they couldn't have had this many Hall of Famers on the team. Well, I think Lombardi was just that kind of a coach where he got the best out of all these players, and the level Kramer played at was definitely at a Hall of Fame level, in my opinion. So here's a kind of a cool auto card I have of Kramer. From Upper Deck Exquisite, numbered out of 30. This is the Ice Bowl inscription with an autograph. Very, very cool card. And then I do have a couple examples of his rookie card as well. A beautiful example of a 9. I want to say 9s are about pop 40 or something like that. In mint 9. There are 2 graded higher, and I happen to have one of those in Gem Mint 10. The beautiful, flawless example of the card. Jerry Kramer, well deserving to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm so glad he got in this year. Moving next on the list here, number 3, Mr. Forrest Gregg. Lombardi called him the best player he ever coached. Played tackle, offensive tackle for the Packers. Was a 6-time NFL champ, 3 Super Bowls. That last one was with Dallas, his last Super Bowl. He was a 9-time All-Pro. That's crazy, crazy numbers. And here's a cool auto card I have of him from Flawless, numbered 2 out of 3. And this is the game-worn jersey with the autograph. Game-worn material, as it says right there. Not sure if you can see it, but that's what it says. Just a beautiful card. Picked this up about 2 years ago. And then his rookie card is from 1960 Topps, and have this in the grade of a 9. There's none graded higher than this one. I think the pop on this one is about 20, if I remember right. But no 10s have ever been graded for the 60 Topps. Just a beautiful example of Forrest Gregg's rookie card. And then number 4 on the list, we have Paul Hornung, the running back and do-everything extraordinaire. He was a 4-time NFL champ, including 1 Super Bowl, 3-time All-Pro, MVP of the league in '66. Finished with about 3,700 yards rushing, with about 50 touchdowns rushing, 1,400 yards receiving, with about 12 receiving. He also kicked field goals and extra point for the Packers. And there he is, the running back out of Notre Dame, Paul Hornung. I have this card in the grade of an 8. This is definitely one of the key Packer rookie cards to have. Just a beautiful example there. In the grade of an 8. So Paul Hornung. And the last guy on the offensive side here is Bart Starr, another one of my favorite players of all time. He's a 5-time NFL champ as well, including those 2 Super Bowls. 4-time All-Pro, MVP of the league in '66. 9-1 in the postseason was Bart Starr, and his number 15 is retired and hanging up in the north end zone on Lambeau Field. There's an example I have of his rookie card in the grade of a 7. Also have that in the grade of an 8. It was one of my big pickups from earlier this year. Probably the key Packer rookie card to have in this grade. Only 3 graded higher in the world than this one. And those go for big money, like $250,000. And here we have a autograph of Bart Starr from Fabric of the Game, numbered 8 out of 15. It's kind of a cool auto card I'd throw in there. And then in the middle we have the coach, Vince Lombardi. Move down the camera a little bit here. So Lombardi, 2-time Super Bowl winner with the Packers, 5 NFL championships, 9-1 in the playoffs, career record of 105, 35, and 6. So pretty awesome. He was a bright light that fizzled out way too soon. This is his the card. This is the 64 Philadelphia Packers play card, and this is the card used for his registry set in the Team Hall of Fame set for the Packers. See his picture right there. This is his only mainstream issue with his face on a card. I happen to like this one better. This is from 74 Fleer Hall of Fame. Obviously, it is 10 years later than that 64 card, but much better portrait of him. But this is not considered a mainstream release. So this card is actually, I think, only pop 2. Picked this up pretty cheap when it came up. And I do have an auto of him actually that I picked up a couple years back. Nice cut auto, PSA DNA. His autos are not cheap to find. So moving on to the defensive guys now, the last 4 guys. We have Willie Wood, number 87. Willie Davis, number 87. Davis was a 5-time NFL champ, including 2 Super Bowls and 6-time All-Pro. That defense was awesome in the 60s for the Packers. And here's an example of his rookie card in Mint 9 from 64 Philadelphia, one of my favorite products. I think there is only 2 graded higher than this one. But there are a fair amount of 9s out there. I think it's about 50 or 60 is the pop on the 9s. Beautiful looking example right there of the Willie Davis card. There's the back. And then next in line is the big middle linebacker. Maybe nobody on the defense symbolized the toughness of that era more than Nitschke, number 66. He also has his number retired, along with Starr, in the Packers' north end zone, 5-time NFL champ, including the 2 Super Bowls as well. He was a 7-time All-Pro. I have a couple of cool patch cards here. I love this Fabric of the Game product. And this one's numbered out of only 21. And then also have one here, graded 9.5, 3-color Fabric of the Game patch. Pretty neat. And this one's numbered out of 58. And then his actual rookie card I have here, in the grade of an 8.5. Love this 63 Topps product because of the green colors, and the green and the yellow on the background just really goes good with the Packers. Grade of an 8.5. There are no 10s graded, but I think there are about 9 9s out there. So there's about only 9 graded higher than this one, I think. It's the beautiful example, nicely centered too. You don't see these come up that much with the good centering. Beautiful card there. Nitschke, tough as nails. I once heard a quote that said, if the other big linebacker around that time was Dick Butkus of the Bears, and if Dick Butkus got on a bus and you were on that bus, you would move to the other side of the bus if Dick Butkus got on. If Ray Nitschke got on the bus, you wouldn't even move to the other side, you would just leave the bus. These guys were nasty, especially on the field. Next in line, number 26, Herb Adderley. Have this card in mint 9, that's his rookie card. Same year as the Willie Davis. 5-time NFL champ, including 3 Super Bowls. Also, the last one was with Dallas. 7-time All-Pro. Just a beautiful looking card there in mint 9. And we'll finish up last on the list with Mr. Willie Wood. He played safety for the Packers. And Adderley, who I just talked about, played corner. See if we can get that to focus a little better. Oh, there we go. Beautiful looking card there in mint 9. I want to say this is like pop 15 with like 1 or 2 graded higher. So not many of these out there in this condition. This is just flawless looking card. Centering just a little off. Probably would have kept it from being a 10, but the surface is amazing on this card. Vibrant colors. He was a 9-time All-Pro. So just as many All-Pros as Forrest Gregg, which is crazy. So yeah, that was one hell of a Packers team in the 60s. Get a good look at the whole Danbury set there. Amazing all the Hall of Famers they had on that team. Alright, well I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you.